I think the second thing is kindness. We'll talk about kindness a little bit, or
we can talk about kindness. Do we have time?
Yes,
you wanna? Yeah.
We have tons of time.
Okay.
We can cut in many videos.
No? Okay. Don't want to bug people. But kindness, actually, I had it in a few things under that category just to give an example. So, kindness, politeness, manners, and patience. Okay, and one way in the schools that I wanted to discuss this. Now, in U.S. schools, there's a huge campaign for anti-bullying. Our local middle school, you go right to their webpage, and the first thing you see after the introduction of the school, and maybe a little tiny thing, but in that first page, you don't even have to scroll. There's a big button that you can click, and it goes to their anti-bullying campaign. Mm-hmm. And then next to it is a charity organization that they're working on. So these two things are right there. Okay, so the anti-bullying, that is, it has always been a problem because kids are kids, okay? Especially they get into be teenagers. Everybody knows this. But there's constant reinforcement. That's the important thing. Consistency and constantly reinforcing that you don't bully people. Now, if you don't know what bullying means, look it up, or, I think everyone knows what bullying means.
Yeah, I just make a short comment. I think U.S. has made big effort in this area.
I'm not talking about the government, because the government comes off as a bully often, okay? But I'm talking about the society and people. I mean, this is even taught in the schools.
Yes.
This is such a big deal.
But there is some difference between U.S. and Japan. Japan is still a big problem, especially at school. The kids get suicide,
That's actually one of the reasons that it was this campaign, and this is new over the last 10 years since I've been out of the States, and now I see it active in the schools. It's very encouraging, because the suicide rate, especially teenagers, and they needed to get that down. They needed to protect the kids. Now, I just wanted to talk about, for that particular thing, their anti-bullying policy is actually zero tolerance. There is no tolerance for it. And what happens is they have counselors in every school. Now, the counselors help with academic, like say you want to go to a certain high school after middle school, you can go and talk to them about that. What classes do I need to take? Blah, 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 blah. But they're also counselors for your emotional health of the students, the teachers, as well as parents. So if what they do with a bully, they're concerned for the bully as well. It's not like saying this bully, kick him out. It's not like with cheating. Cheating is different. Okay, now if a bully has a problem and he's picking on kids, well, we need to find out what's behind that. Are his parents going through a divorce? What's going on? So it's very important to get to the root cause, and then that child will even get counseling. The bully, not just the victim. Okay, and a lot of times, in addition, what you'll see is the other kids step in, especially special needs. Like in the international school, there were a lot of special needs children with autism in our school, and we incorporated them into the regular classes. So I remember one particular boy, very sweet boy, but he was severely autistic. He would always be missing his shoes. And it got so severe where the children were teasing him. The parents, the father came in very angry, and he pulled his kid out of the school and changed schools. And another instance was a very sweet little girl, and she couldn't be, I think she was year 2 or 3. And a bunch of the girls ganged up on her and pulled her pants down in front of everyone. And the consequences were were so minor, and one of the children who did it was a teacher's child. And the consequences are so minor. It was unbelievable to me, not even a suspension. So here, that wouldn't be tolerated. Okay, I know, especially teachers saw it happen. It just wouldn't be tolerated, and everybody would have to go into counseling.
Okay, the society have the sense of justice and to stood up to help people. That's something very, very important. And also, I think the Chinese society is missing at this moment. I remember when I was at school in the early 1980s, I was once at on the train was stolen by someone, and I chased up of the train, and I caught this man, but this man was much bigger. Way too bigger than me. I was no way I could fight with him. Then I just saw a few people that eating noodles. I just asked for help. As a please come to help me. And this is a thief. People did not finish their noodles. They did not finish. They all stood up and helped me.
Oh, wonderful.
Called that man.
Yeah.
That was 30 years ago, 40 years ago, but not today. Today, Chinese people see things. Of course, there are places people were stood up, but in most cases they just keep quiet. So this is a sense of justice in society, how healthy the society is.
Yes. And I think how healthy the community is. Like people having a sense of community. That's very different, I think.
Yeah. I also heard that in the U.S. it is so important for the students to do charity work, to do social work. It's part of their study. It's part of their school.
We didn't get to that yet, but I have that on here. Okay, and
please just follow what you want to say.
Yeah, I wanted to finish on this topic first, okay? But I'm giving examples from schools because that's just my specialty. So if I have it, I think everybody can understand it as well, because then they can compare it to the schools in their country, their society. So as far as with the kindness, politeness, manners, and patience, okay, we already talked about the anti-bullying and the counseling that would the victim as well as the bully need. We need to find out what's going on so that they don't get worse. So another thing is manners, and manners are taught. You know what manners are, yes? So everybody knows what manners are? Okay. Now, that's taught from a very young age. And that's usually taught by example, but also reinforced because you're telling them. And then in school, it's reinforced. It's reinforced in church. It's reinforced at home, hopefully. And that's like standing in line in a queue properly. You don't get out of line. That's definitely taught at school, reinforced. And that's where you learn it first, actually, is at school, because you have to line up to go to recess, to do anything. You have to line up.
I think that the best is Japanese people are the best in the world to line. Even they escape from earthquake and ran for their lives, they line up.
No, that's a different situation. I'm sorry.
But it does happen in Japan. This Fukushima tsunami.
Tsunami.
Fukushima tsunami. When tsunami, the water came, people line up to escape.
Now oh wow. Okay. Anyway. All right. Another one. Okay.
But there was a Chinese guy and stole a bicycle.
He lived. Anyway, in that situation, that's a little different. But I'm talking about in the everyday situations. You got to go to the DMV. Sorry, but you've got to wait in line. And that's just how it goes. That's how it is. If you don't wait in line as an adult, even as a child, but as an adult even more, ooh, watch out, because people will say something. Yeah. They'll be nice at first, but then if you're belligerent and you don't listen or you pretend you don't hear them, okay, first it'll start out gentle and then watch out. So
but line up is a thing very difficult, very, very hard thing in China, in Chinese society. Even you buy a ticket, you put the money and you wait and you're there. The ticket hole is so small, only one hand can go in, and if your hand not got in time, other hands will
Seriously?
It happens all the time.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah. Okay. Even if it's only 2 or 3 people lying up, they were trying to get in. You will see my videos in China. That happen all the time. I always have to tell people, please, I'm waiting to pay.
Wow. Okay. So another one that you're taught early on is holding doors for one another. And I experience this all the time. And it was one of the things that really struck me when I got back. You know, you've got a young 12-year-old kid, and you're going into the store, and his mom already came out, and he waits behind to hold the door for you. And it's just an ordinary kid on the street in his shorts, you know, and you're just, oh, I remember this.
I tell you a joke, okay? I did the same in China. Once I hold door for some people. Some people got very angry and look at me. You're not with your uniform.
They thought you were a doorman or something. Oh my God. Wow. So in the international school, we did teach this in a certain way where if you're in the line and you're, especially the young children, they have to go, say they're going to music class, they have to walk in a line. And for the person behind them, they're supposed to hold the door until the person gets the door. Yeah. So, but I'm talking about where people will actively go out of their way here to open the door for you. Yes. They see you coming, and it's just it's not even something you have to think about.
So in China, people say, "Oh, maybe you want a tip or something. You want a tip," or they are not accustomed. When I open door, sometimes they just walk in, and I have to say, "Oh, you're welcome." Then they turn back, "Oh, thank you."
Oh, wow. Well, it's kind of an unspoken thing, and I didn't think about it until just now. But it's always okay. Say I'm going into the store, and someone's coming out at the same time of the same door. Oh, I'll open the door for the person coming out. The person coming out gets right of way. It's kind of like a train. Yeah. The person coming out gets right of way, and they always say, "Oh, thank you," and then you go in after.
But in the train or even in the elevator, people did not get out yet. People walk.
Yeah, I experienced that.
But I must say, even China is getting better now. China is getting better. Many places I see in big hotels or decent places, people are behave getting better. They start to realize China is progressing. Yes, it's getting better, I must say. But to compare with, I live in Japan for 20 years and in Europe and in America. When I go back to China, yes, it takes a little time for me to get used to, especially when you get on the bus, you're trying to get the ladies or, all the people going, and you end up not able to get on the bus at all sometimes,
Yeah, because you just weren't aggressive enough. There's one other aspect of that. I just wanted to give some examples, but I just want to put them all three together. Okay? So it was actually helping others in just you don't think about these things. They're not even conscious, but you see someone, say, maybe struggling, their hands are full of groceries, so you'll hold the door for them before they even get to it, because you see, whoa, you might even go out of your way a little bit to make sure you grab that.
Or someone drop their apples on
yeah, anything. Or they knock something over and you just stop and you help them. You're in the store, they knock a display over and you be like, they feel humiliated, so you put yourself in their place and you just help them. Or even like a bunch of people will come and help them put it back. And they don't leave it. People don't knock things over and walk away and say, "Oh, the shopkeepers will do it." No, even in Walmart, a multi-gazillion billion-dollar company, that happens, and people stop and pick it up. The people, just the people in the store. And another thing is just smiling and making small talk while you're in line. At the DMV, when I first got here, I had to get a new driver's license, so I had to take the tests and everything, and had to get there early, and there was already a long line. So we just start friendly talking everybody, because there are like 100 of us in line. They're not even open yet. And we just start talking. "Oh, I'm here. My smog didn't pass on my car, and now I finally got it, and I'm hoping," that's what I'm listening to. And so just like, even though everybody's there, they're not very happy to be there. Okay, and they could very easily be really angry and just, but everybody just, okay, I'm here in the same situation for a different thing, but yeah.
This I must make a comment that it took me some time to get used to, actually. In Australia, people are very sociable. You really say, "Hey, good mate." I remember once I was waiting for a train on this side, and someone on the other platform on the other side was starting, "Hey, hello, where are you from, guys?" I said, "Yeah, I'm from China." "Oh, yes, I'm from Chuchi." So they have a conversation like that, But as I lived in Norway for so many years, and Norwegians are not so sociable. They're nice, but they don't really talk to strangers very much. And especially in Japan, Japan stood. They don't even look straight You see, you go to the Japanese train, get in the train, people touch people all the time, but no eye contact. Everyone's. So very difficult
That's
to start.
in Malaysia too. Malaysia is very much like that.
And very difficult to start a conversation with Japanese people, especially if you want to start a conversation with a lady. The lady would immediately think that you want to harass sexually.
Isn't that what you wanted to do?
No. I'm a very serious person. I never. Yes, but in US, we came here. People say, "Hey, brother," and look at you are white. Why you call me brother? Or you are much younger. You can be my son when you call me brother. They just be friendly. They just start a conversation very easy. Hey, the weather is so nice today,
That's always the
And
or I like your shoes, or I like your hat, or I like that band too. If you're wearing a band shirt, anything.
yes. Someone said, "Oh, I like your hair."
Yeah.
So I don't have much hair left.
But I had a lady. I was at the store, and a lady just. I didn't know who she was. I mean, just a complete stranger. And she just came up to me and she said, "Wow, your hair looks really great." And of course, I color my hair. And she said, whenever I've done mine like that, it just gets so dried out and frizzy looking. But yours looks so natural and just so lively, the hair. And, it perks up your day. She didn't need to do that. Mm-hmm. She didn't have to do that at all. It sprung into her mind. It was a positive thing. So she decided to make my day better.
Yes. Then you have to talk about the shampoo and conditioner for another 3, 4, 5 minutes.
No. Then we just went our ways. Yes. I told her, thank you.
All the small talks really make you feel good, make you feel confident.
Well, that was another thing. And I was thinking, our service providers, whether they're a cashier or a waiter or waitress, that's the same situation. You joke with them, they joke with you, and of course they want a tip, but cashiers don't get tips, but they've been standing there all day. Who knows what kind of problems? Oh, the machine broke, this is a problem. And you just say, you find something and you just talk. It doesn't matter what it is.
Good manner, kindness, patient, make things easy, make them much better. And you don't get, China, many things, they kill people, they fight, and the people get dead, start from very small thing, very, very tiny small. You look everywhere. At me, why you look at me? Oh, wow. If you don't look at me, why I look at you? Then they can start a quarrel, then... What?
I don't know.
Someone's here. Sorry for the interruptions. Someone trying to sell something. That happens all the time.
Yeah,
okay.
Of course.
Just asking them to leave privately. Please leave. Okay? They understand it and walk away.
Yep. Oh, yeah. They have to. So that's how it works. Where were we?
We're talking about kindness and all the small.
You were saying that something little tiny can turn into that can happen here too, but honestly, it's usually with younger people, like teenagers, and it's usually with drunk people.
And actually, I don't want to make this as an example. Maybe it's not very good. I have a friend. He has.
Was the person American?
No, it's okay. It's okay. He's my friend. Yeah, okay.
So maybe you shouldn't put that in.
No, I will cut it.
Yeah. Yes. Maybe you shouldn't put that in. Not a good example. Yes. Because it was Chinese.
Don't say that.
Yeah. So you can't really say that an American did that. Okay, anyway. This got knocked.